Hey everybody, it is Josh Olive with Haven Comics. We're here for our Thursday night Haven Comics quiz show where we ask questions, hopefully get correct answers, and we hand out prizes. It's pretty simple, it's pretty fun, and that's what we do. So if you want to stick around, have a good time, and possibly win some prizes, just stay here. I love that intro. It gets me every time. Thank you, Nick Ellis of Two Brothers Comics, for making that for us. That is the coolest thing. As I said, Josh Olive, Haven Comics, the best comic book shop in Slaughter Road, in all of Madison. We will claim that. We've moved on from being the one in exactly our address on Slaughter Road to now all of Madison because we've gotten greedy. And speaking of greedy, I'd like to introduce you to my co-host, the one, the only Mr. Jeremy Bernal.
Speaking of greedy, it's me. Hey, you know what? I'd say that we're the best comic book shop in the entire world. And why don't you fight us if you disagree with that? Because I got some inspiration. Two brothers, they're going to fight each other. Did you hear about that?
Oh, yeah.
They're literally going to fist fight.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They go at each other all the time on their show. And somebody had said, hey, if you guys get 5,000 subscribers or followers before such and such a date, you guys should just have a fist fight to celebrate. And they're like, that's a weird idea. Oh, yeah, okay. They didn't really think it was going to happen at the pace that they were growing. But they suddenly hit one of these. Woo! And now it's on. They are most definitely going to hit 5,000 subscribers by that date. And so they're going to fight, man. They've got a ring. They've got
the whole deal.
Justin, the third leg of Two Brothers Comics, he's got the striped shirt, and he's going to be the judge or the referee. They're doing like actual rounds, boxing, gloves, the whole nine, man.
Yeah.
They're training, like running, practicing their footwork, lifting weights. I mean, it's insane. It's the kind of thing only two brothers who have spent a lifetime beating each other up would do.
They Instagram their workout meals now, so it's a whole trip. Hey, man.
Are you suggesting that we should fight?
No, I love you too much, man. It would take a lot to make me fight you. When push comes to shove, I just love. So we're good. I'm not gonna fight you.
How about just Greco-Roman wrestling? It's just like a big manly hug that gets a little personal.
I'll mud wrestle. That's it.
Mud wrestling.
That's literally the only thing that I'll do. Mud wrestling.
Why do I feel like I'm seeing that stripes in my head right now?
Somebody's gonna call us on that.
They probably will. Yeah. Knowing our crew. Speaking of the people who call us on stuff endlessly, the chat has been busy. The chat was busy before we ever started. No, it's pronounced Greco-Roman wrestling. But we started. Zachary Jordan likes to be on here first, and he beat everybody to the punch. He started talking to himself. Not sure where that came from. He was in two chats at once, and he forgot. That would be my guess.
We'll go ahead and just quick surprise. He's coming on the show next week.
So Zachary Jordan is our guest, and apparently we need to have a lot of golf questions.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah, we'll have at least one golf question, I think.
So
I don't know anything about golf either.
Here. How you doing, Zach? The Zachs are fighting now. Maybe they'll fight each other. That's what we need.
The one true Zach emerges.
The one true Zach. You know, we used to have a whole lot of Joshes around the store at Haven. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I had a lot of names like Golden Age Josh, Original Recipe Josh, that kind of thing. But we had Ultimate Josh because we opened at about the same time as the Ultimate Universe at Marvel. Mm-hmm. So we had Ultimate Josh, we had Mech Josh, we had all kinds of Joshes, a plethora of Joshes. But yeah, if we have multiple Zachs, maybe they have to fight for the one true Zach. I kind of dig that. So yeah, they go on chitty chatting it up. Travis, you're on. How you doing? No, see, that's a surprise. Zachary is the guest next week. So there you Let's see. Who else we got in the chat already?
Do we throw Kalisa up here?
Kalisa Poole, hey! Welcome to the Haven Comics Quiz Show.
We mentioned two brothers, but Haven functions with a lot of help. Kalisa is one of our absolute favorites. She does our unboxing videos. So, quick shout out to Kalisa.
She is the special events coordinator at Haven. And 2020 was kind of an easy year on her. So after everybody gets vaccinated, I think that 2021 is just going to keep her very busy. I'm just guessing. Alan Breedlove in the house. And Alan, I got to say, I was planning to let the hair grow for a bit and donate it to Locks of Breedlove. But that couldn't happen. And my wife cut like 3.5, 4 inches off of it. So now it's like a little tiny mane instead of the full bore mane that it was, because it was driving me nuts. It was getting, I couldn't put a backpack on. I'm like, it was a mess. So it wasn't good. Let's see who else we got. We got Nathaniel Snate. Nate Snate is on here. Awesome shirt. Thank you. Representing, because I got several of these and it makes sense to wear them. Yep, Zax have reached critical mass. I hope they don't explode. Alice is here with us. Yes, Kalisa says, watch those unboxings and enjoy her mispronouncing the titles. That does happen. Sometimes they're hard to find. Owen Anderson, the man who writes the questions. And he says this week they may be a little on the tough side, so we'll see what happens.
Our guest this week, he's smart, he's quick, and even if they're tough, I think I would bet he's going to walk away with 8 out of 10. What's the joke?
I love you, Alan. You are the best. All right. Ryan Williams, Comics and Death Metal himself. I think we're going to get Ryan to come on the show here in a couple of weeks. So we're looking.
I want to see Ryan on the show. Ryan's been collecting my artwork. I saw he's got a small collection of my sketches, and I'm very proud to see that.
Yes, that he does. And Owen, it's like, oh yeah, that's exactly right, Owen. Zachary Jordan next week. So bring the heat. Bring the heat. Two Brothers Comics in here. Yeah, see, we think Ryan needs to too. Everybody encourage Ryan to jump on the show and join us here in a couple of weeks. Zach is begging for mercy. Oh no! And and our guest for today, count your lucky stars, because apparently Owen went back and revised some questions because they might be a little too hard.
He's taking it easy on you. That's rare.
So speaking of our guest for today, who is our guest today, Jeremy? I think you should give him a sterling introduction.
We talk a lot about all of the people that we love that help us at Haven. Owen, Kalisa, two brothers. A lot of people really chip in to make Haven special. Aaron, come on in. Aaron is our intern. What that means is he spent a lot of time helping us do a lot of stuff. You walk in, you say, Aaron, please help me. He's like, of course, I'd love to. He's a good guy. Interesting thing about Aaron, though, he knows everything. He's like Owen. I'd love to see them talk to each other because their heads would both explode.
We had a wonderful conversation, actually. We were talking for I think an hour and a half, and he was just telling me everything he knew about Green Lantern, and I was just completely fascinated because I like Green Lantern, but I've never actually read anything of his, so that was just wild. So yeah, Owen's great. Also, Aaron, I'm so scared.
Throwback question. What is the original Green Lantern's weakness?
Isn't it him being blinded? He has
wood.
Oh.
You guys remember that? That's one of the questions from one of our first shows that
And that has clearly stuck with you, Jeremy. You remember that.
With me. Yeah.
I thought one thing it was made of wood. That was what I thought that was okay. Yeah. Super fun. We're off to a great start. I'm really scared that Owen's going to override me in this.
Well, if you're scared that you're not going to answer any questions right, alleviate a little bit of your fear. Tell us your nerd cred. Tell us where you got your nerd cred and why you have some of the things you've got going on, shirt-wise, monitor-wise, comic book art behind you wise. What kind of nerd are you? Where did that come from, this nerdness?
Clearly, I'm a Marvel nerd. That's my big thing. I think those questions, you said earlier, an 8 out of 10 chance I'll get it right. I think there's an 8 out of 10 chance if it's a Marvel question, I'll get it right. I think that's a more fair assessment. But yeah, no, I absolutely love all of the Marvel stuff. Like, give me it everything. I love it.
Earlier, before the show started, Aaron was trashing me about movies, and we see this here. Owen Anderson, your first question: how many movies has Jeremy Bernal seen? So
6.
we'll start you off right.
I think 6. That's my answer. Like, let's see. Well, how many have you seen with your daughter? That's like the first question. We can write Finding Nemo off.
Oh man. Okay, so Aaron, dig deep into your psyche.
Okay.
What's the worst thing you've ever done in your life?
Worst thing I've ever done in my life.
That's a good, tough question.
You're young, so I figure the answer can't be that bad.
Well,
I mean, Billy the Kid was young too, and look what he did. So,
what?
Said Billy the Kid was young too, but look what he did. He killed a lot of people.
That'll surprise me if Aaron's killed a lot of people.
I accidentally stole a hat from a shopping mall once because I wore it out of the store.
Did you bring it back?
I did.
I knew it.
I still have it, actually.
You have it?
It's the Rebels hat. It's like the Rebel Alliance, yeah.
That surprises me that you kept it.
He gave me a coupon, though. He's like, well, thanks for bringing it back, I guess. And I got like a 30% off coupon.
It's amazing.
Yeah. That's the worst thing I've ever done, ever.
That's the worst thing?
Probably.
Man.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm an incredibly nice person.
And just like me, very modest and humble about it.
I'm humble and everyone. I've never done anything wrong in my life.
So it's not a Marvel question. It's not a Marvel thing, but I do want to get your take on this, Aaron, as a movie guy.
Yeah.
This book just came out this week, and it's the first time that this particular person has written a comic book. And I'm curious what you think about this.
I think that's super awesome and epic and fantastic. And I did not know how to read that title until you told me that it was pronounced Berserker, and they just took out the vowels. I love that. I'm so happy for Keanu to have that opportunity. It's going to be great. Give me a copy, please.
We can do.
Yeah.
Have either of you read the Eternal Warrior comic book that Valiant put out back in the mid-90s?
No.
Obviously, I have. No, I didn't even know that existed until just now.
Mid-90s? Like on the low side of 95 or the high side?
Low side.
Then no.
Bloodshot ends my familiarity with Valiant, and that's specifically because of the movie.
It's the premise. It's a guy who's been around since the dawn of time. He just doesn't die.
Sure.
And this book by Keanu is like a cousin of that premise.
Okay.
It's like a guy that is fighting an endless war, and part of the reason it's endless is he won't die.
Can his opposition die? Interesting.
Hey man, it's Keanu.
Read it to find out, I guess.
Yeah, pick it up, read the book. I will have to say, Matt Kent is a very accomplished comics writer who kind of helped him navigate this, and Ron Garney's artwork is spectacular. Ron Garney's great. He did a very good run on Moon Knight. Très magnifique. Love it. It's the best.
We got a pretty poignant question right here.
Sure.
Did Keanu write it? Yes. Jeffrey, yes. Keanu Reeves co-wrote this book. And guys, this is the saddest thing of all time because Keanu Reeves got an opportunity to write a comic book, and he wrote it about being terribly sad and wanting to die and not being able to. That's dark. That's real dark. Also, I got 5 copies of it. I don't typically push comic books. I let you do your own thing, but I picked up 5 copies. So
I didn't know that you did that.
That I picked up 5? I picked up 1 for me, just a regular variant cover, and then I picked up 4 blank covers. 1 of the red ones and 3 white ones. On one of them, I'm going to draw Keanu Reeves as an angel holding a puppy. On another one, I'm going to draw sad Keanu, but with the berserker like outfit and with the arrows and whatever, but eating a sandwich on by himself. And then the other ones, I don't know yet. We'll see. No.
But I like that you have a plan. That's good.
Yeah, for sure. And you can catch all of those drawings on his Instagram page at Jeremy Brenna Art, I think, right?
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah.
You mean this one?
Yes. I like how all of these little like add-ins do the Mike Wazowski thing to me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of the first time we popped that up. It covered somebody's face just perfectly. Yeah, that's funny. So, what prizes do we have on the board tonight, Jeremy?
Let's cut over to everyone's favorite on this show. The reason anybody tunes in, the prize cam.
True that.
All right, we're gonna pop this up. We got a lot of cool stuff going on today. We've got Snorlax. He's just there for moral support. Our big prize today, Josh. Tell me what that is.
That is a Death of Superman trade that is signed by Dan Jurgens, Brett Breeding, and John Bogdanov. So that's by the writer, the penciler, and the inker. That is a triple signed trade paperback of the Death of Superman.
Pretty amazing to get 3 signatures on that book. Right to the left of that, you're going to see a sketch by Andy Price. Andy Price, of course, the artist on My Little Pony. He's got a pony. I can't tell which one.
Former Havenite who has, the minute he hit it big with My Little Pony, picked up and moved to Atlanta so he could travel to conventions better. But that's a Havenite right there.
Yes, sir. And then to the left of that, we've got Red Sonja on Mars Attacks. Red Sonja. That is local artist Tom Price. I got a stack of the books that he that I either helped acquire or he just gave to the show. It's a whole bunch. We're going through them. He's got a great skill. So you're going to pick up Red Sonja if you win anything here. I hope you do. We've also got some gelatinous feely things, as you can see. We've got Supreme Power, another trade paperback. We've got a Venom variant to the
with
right.
The frame cover for the Marvel's 80th anniversary frame cover.
Oh, yeah. And also, that's just a sick Venom. You can draw Venom so many different ways, and they're all cool. Prize Cam, if you will switch over here to the right, you'll see we've got a variant Deceased cover with Harley Quinn. Super well done. We've got some Haven stickers. We've got a Munchkin pack of trading cards that you can add into your game. I drew Charlie Cox there. Not quite photorealistic, but pretty cool on craft paper. And then we've got Heroes at Home. We're all at home gaining weight during quarantine. Check out how the superheroes do it, because they're doing the same thing. And then I think there's one other bonus item here. Is Rick Sanchez. You'll see that. It's just a little sketch that I did of Rick from Rick and Morty. It's just a little bonus standee. We got a question. Is that one of your little
standees that you do out of the backing boards?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just drew that. And then I colored it in with a Sharpie. And then I was like, you know what?
Behind him? Is that a giant booger?
That's a portal.
I didn't know. I've never seen the show.
Oh, Josh. If you
looks like a giant booger.
Josh.
I agree, Prize Cam. I think that's a thumbs down show.
If you watch one episode of that show, I will watch any garbage old movie you want. Roadhouse or like Big Trouble in Little Chinatown, whatever terrible
those are
movie.
Both good movies.
Have you not seen Big Trouble in Little China?
No.
Oh my god.
I got things to do.
Sir,
it's a great movie.
A classic, yeah.
I'll trade you one episode, 22 minutes, and I'll eat 2 hours of my life on whatever crappy movie you pick. Indiana Jones, I don't care.
Good ones though.
That's the Andy Price picture there. That's Captain America. It's Applejack as Captain America. So one of the My Little Ponies as Captain America.
We're gonna let the prize cam off the hook, but check out all the cool stuff you can win. Goodbye, prize cam. We will see you shortly.
Okay, you've got a recommendation to draw Constantine Keanu on one of those blank covers.
I can do that. I've drawn Constantine Keanu before, and it turned out abysmal. Total failure. So I can have a crack at
it. Bill and Ted Keanu. Love it. Oh, that's fantastic.
It's the phone booth, and then there's his Bill and Ted character, and then there's his Constantine character. Just both popping out. It'll be fun. Save you paper.
We'll see what happens. As long as I can do them in the Berserker style as those characters.
That'd be fun.
Sure. have them all full of arrows and with knives sticking out of them, and like part of his head caved in by a mace or whatever happens to him. I don't know.
Gross.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron.
Well, I mean, I'm not recommending it as something you should try. I mean, don't get your head caved in.
I'd rather not have my head caved in by a mace. Thanks. I'll pass on that. Thank you.
Yeah, you should definitely not do that.
Hey, Aaron, you're a college student, right?
I am.
Do you ever maybe procrastinate a little bit so you don't have to do something hard?
Oh, I don't know if my mom's watching this. So if she is, then absolutely not, never.
Well, I think that I think you're stalling. And I think we need to get to question 1. So let's play the.
Okay.
I like how we were stalling, but we made it like Aaron's
you
fault.
throw me under the proverbial bus. Nice.
All right, Aaron, we're going to start off light for Haven Comics stickers and the Heroes at Home. It's a little comic book. It's kind of cool. You can flip through it and see what all of the superheroes are doing. And it's Marvel.
Yeah,
you love
Spider-Man accidentally puts his web fluid in his brownie recipe, or in his homemade bread recipe, and so his oven explodes with all the web fluid. I remember.
Did you read this already?
I read parts of it. I remember the Spider-Man one specifically, and then I think Captain America used his shield as like a TV dinner tray. That's really all.
Well, you got to keep it from burning the table when you put the hot thing on the table.
It's fun.
I thought you've been gone through all of quarantine, and then I remember you haven't. But also, both of those things you mentioned are really and truly sad. So,
I mean, it's your classic quarantine shenanigans with superheroes. We love it.
All right, so
we didn't enjoy it.
Question 1, Aaron. You know how this works. You're going to win this. We know you're going to win it. You can relax. Don't feel that much stress. Don't get so stressed that you choke, because the audience knows you're going to choke, so they're looking to win this too. Audience, when Aaron chokes, you have to be the first person in the audience to get this right. When you get it right, when you're the first person, then you'll walk away with those stickers and the cool Heroes at Home comic. Lots to love there.
He's so smart. He's so quick. He's going to get 8 out of 10 of these correct. What happened to that? Where did that energy go?
Come on, Aaron. So, in the Bill and Ted movies,
I admit that.
In the Bill and Ted movies, what is the name of the woman whom they both once called stepmom? She was a senior in high school when the guys were freshmen.
What's the character's name or what's the actress's name?
The character's name.
I only saw the trailer for the third one. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Pick
you know
character.
her from the first one. She's in the first 2 also.
She's okay. So she's not their stepmom. She's a senior when they're she's older than them, but she's their classmate and they call her stepmom.
Mm-hmm.
Or is she actually their stepmom? Or both? Is it both?
Yeah, dad married young.
Oh,
remarried young.
Rebecca Slattery. I don't know if that's a real person or not. I just said a name.
Okay.
I have no idea.
It's wrong. That's okay. Audience, who is it?
Have fun with it.
We have a correct answer on here.
Okay. Who is it? Who was first?
Missing.
Awesome. Of course, it's Justin. Justin knows everything about hot stepmoms, so he got it right. It's Missy.
I even gave her a last name. I think that's
You did, and I approve of that.
Yeah,
you tried your best.
Virgo. I don't know.
Hey man, let's keep it excellent between us and move on to question 2.
Excellent. I know that much. She was their babysitter?
Yeah.
Gosh. Well, I mean,
hey, we got Captain Comics in the house. How you doing, Captain?
Ahoy.
Glad to have you. Ahoy indeed. Well said, sir. Welcome to the show, Captain. So what is our prize for question number 2? Which, not going to lie, also a doozy.
That's fine. I'm going to have a good time.
I'm excited. Aaron spent a lot of time trashing me about the movies that he's seen and I haven't.
I deserve to be knocked down a peg. It's fine. Also, I'm in Florida. If I don't get any of these prices, that's fine. It's just going to be less shipping costs for all of us. It's fine.
Oh, man. All right. So for question 2, you've got some gelatinous feely things. Of course, everyone's favorite. And this week we threw in this Munchkin collectible card game 12-pack booster. Let's say you play Munchkin. Let's say you get sick of it. Throw in these 12 cards, and all of a sudden it'll be a brand new game, right?
Yeah.
Owen, it's your fault because you believed him.
Not every.
He's seen a lot.
I've seen many.
And he's seen Bill and Ted. You've seen the first one, right?
No, I don't think I've seen that one though.
Huh. You just
All
saw
right.
2?
No, I didn't even see 2. I saw the trailer for the third one, and then I know a little bit about like the rock concert with the Grim Reaper. End of list.
Let me catch you up on everything you need to know about Bill and Ted.
And the phone booth.
Bill and Ted sucks. It's a bad movie. And number 2, watch the epic rap battle of history, Bill and Ted versus Lewis and Clark. You'll get it all. You'll be tapped in.
Okay. That's
it.
pairing.
That's all there is to know. Okay.
Is there
I'm
like
getting
a
grief for making that face.
verse? Yeah, true. 2002. Keep that in mind.
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah. Maybe just slice that arrow, or like send that arrow right to your heart. Yeah.
Well,
All right,
just for
question 2.
that, here is difficult question number 2. Who was the first new member to join the X-Men after the series began?
First new member after this.
Yep. So after X-Men number 1, who was the first new member of the X-Men?
That's a really complicated question. I remember
If it helps any, first appeared as a villain.
Well, I know we have that copy in the store, and it's like X-Men number 3, and it's like the first Namor, or not the first Namor, but like the first Namor as a mutant. But and Wolverine, I think, was like
That was
decades
number
later.
4, and number 3 is the Blob.
Number 3 is the Blob. Okay, well, I know the original roster was Xavier, Iceman, Cyclops, Angel, Beast, and Jean Grey.
Yep. Guy joined after them.
Guy who
Nobody between them.
And this is way before like Storm and Colossus and like that group of characters. So, no.
I'm going to throw you a huge hint because
Okay.
I do love you and I've been really mean to you. Okay? It happened in issue 19. Oh, his first appearance was issue 19. It happened in issue 27.
Is it Banshee?
No, sir.
That's an interesting guess. And
That's a pretty
applaud
good
that.
guess.
Is it Havoc?
No.
No, also a good guess. Here's some wrong answers. We got Beast. Beast was an original X-Men. Zach, Alan, really sorry to see this. Angel was an original X-Men. Justin,
I can list the
Polaris,
original X-Men. That's something.
you listed them, and I'm proud of that.
Thanks.
Zachary Jordan, Raven,
wrong universe there, bub.
maybe in the movie.
Unless you meant Mystique.
We got a lot of answers, but I haven't seen the right one.
I haven't either.
Josh, you want to?
I have a list of male X-Men
Is
now.
the time up on that?
Yeah, let's call it because I don't see it.
I don't
It's
see any
the
right
Mimic.
answers.
The Mimic.
The Mimic. He was originally a villain. And
You remember
according-
he had the humongous feet of
Yeah.
Beast. He had the visor of Cyclops. He had the wings like Angel.
Uh-huh.
Mimic.
I never remembered his name, so I was just like, yeah, that one mutant that's basically the super adaptoid.
Justin
Yeah.
said it after we said it, so Justin, not this time.
Nice try.
But yeah, pretty good
Ghost
try.
Rider's going to no one today. If I can't have him, no one can.
It was a good run. It's rare that nobody gets it.
That's a good question, though. Oh, and good job.
I think that was a non-Googleable question.
Yeah, I admit defeat there. That's fine. Yeah.
Hey, I forgot, and maybe since you're part of this young generation, Aaron, born in 2002, you can tell people what they're supposed to do when they're watching on YouTube. What are all the things they're supposed to hit?
Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And maybe there's a fifth one now.
What do you do when you hit the bell? Is that a notify?
It's like a notification thing. So every time you go live, it gives you a little dingy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How would you want to miss us?
Yeah, don't miss us. It's fun.
We're a blast.
Okay.
Yeah, we're so fun. Like and subscribe. It's not a request.
Hey, guys, do you all like sick original art? Well, you've got Charlie Cox.
Blow that up so we can see that bigger. There you go.
This is on craft paper, so it might the photo doesn't necessarily do it complete justice, but it is an ink drawing with a white gel pen on craft paper. Charlie Cox looking real constipated, honestly. That's the photo I chose to work from. He He's my favorite.
That's
He's
taste.
he's the best. So
here's an extra,
that's
here's an extra little bit about Mimic. That's awesome.
Really?
Owen, how do you know everything?
Ooh, I like this setup.
Because he's lived a good life.
Even spacing.
You know what? We gotta have Owen on the show. We've had a lot of people that want to come at Owen, so we need to pick a special, like an anniversary episode, like a 50th or 100th or whatever, 100th. That's how that works. The same one where we mud wrestle, right? We'll just have Owen and we'll ask questions while we mud wrestle. For anyone that missed that,
I can moderate. Sports announcer / question asker.
So
that's a nice close up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
look at the detailing in the glasses. You didn't just fill it in. You really went for it.
Charlie Cox is looking deep into my soul. I'm a big Daredevil guy, so I'm always happy to draw him. Okay, question 3. In the 1983 box office bomb turned cult classic fantasy film Krull, what is the name of the unique weapon the hero uses to defeat the Beast and save the princess? So I'm going to recap. The movie is Krull. What is the name of the weapon? It is a Krull, Krull, as opposed to any other spelling of Krull.
I have no basis here, so I'm just going to go ahead and make this really quick and just say Krull is the name of the weapon.
That's a good guess. Honestly, that's a really smart guess.
Thank you.
But
I have no background information on this at all.
Well, the movie came out in 1983, man.
What was that movie with the robot in the sewers? Like what, Chug? What is it?
I don't know.
Like that. Like if you if you were referencing something like that, maybe.
Zachary Jordan, got it right away. It is the glaive.
I think I prefer this name for it.
The spinning knife.
Is it like Stanley's haircut machine in Ragnarok?
Yeah, it's honestly pretty close. Let me see if I can share my screen. Sometimes I can.
A glaive is just a weapon.
Yeah.
That's not like a cool like what is it? Like the necro sword or whatever.
Honestly, it just kind of looks like a super ninja star.
This is my spear. It is called spear. Prepare to get spear.
What it looks like is a 5-sided fidget spinner with curvy knives stuck in each of the 5 points.
And
that's what it looks like.
Where it goes around like the fist, or is it like on?
No, it's strictly for I don't even know what you hold on to when you grab it, but you grab it and you throw it.
And this
is like a mega ninja star.
And this is like the MacGuffin thing that everyone's after in the movie.
No, it's the weapon they use to kill them.
We've all been living this Corona at home quarantine life for so long, and
this thing.
I can't figure out how to share the screen. Anyway, boom, that's it.
Oh,
look at that spinny thing. I'm taking it off before anybody reads the next questions. But yeah, it's a ninja star. It's a big ninja star. What's special about that? I don't know. I guess in 1983 they didn't have to be.
Hey, I will say in 1983 ninjas were huge.
True.
Ninjas were very popular. The movie American Ninja was out about that time. And you could go to the mall, Madison Square Mall, which didn't open until 1984. They had a whole store that sold katanas and shuriken and daggers and butterfly knives and nunchucks. I mean, they had a whole store that sold that stuff. And it was a very popular store. Ninjas were super hot.
You want any like of those items now? There's a store in the Parkway Place Mall that does it. It's on the bottom floor. I don't know what it's called though. But it's cool. The people in there are nice.
Yeah, I also know some people that'll just roll up and sell you ninja stars out of a van. So let's talk after the show. Yeah. Okay.
That doesn't surprise me.
I want to throw
in. Oh man, I'm gonna.
All right. Question 4.
Okay.
What's our prize for question 4?
Let's cut to it. Looks like a sick Venom variant, right?
That is a pretty cover, I have to say.
I love it.
Venom Let There Be Carnage in theaters June 24th, 2022.
2022? That's an unfair date.
It is.
That's an unfair date.
Yeah,
No, I didn't mean to cut you off here.
they just moved the release date for Fast and Furious 9, so that Venom 2 and Fast and Furious 9 are on the same day now. So that's going to be some fun competition. Well, I mean, they're different studios, so it's not like Sony was self-sabotaging it. That was just a totally very aggressive move on Universal's end.
Yeah, it just feels like everybody can succeed, and I think maybe it's above my head. Those guys know what they're doing. But Prize Cam, show us the bonus if you get this question right.
There's a bonus?
There's a bonus?
There's a bonus. Of course there's a bonus.
Surprising everyone but Jeremy.
Oh, that's the bonus.
Yeah.
It is
Booger Rick.
It's not Booger Rick.
It's a portal. It's an interdimensional vortex.
Oh my god, Aaron, are you a hater too?
No, I mean, I like it, but some of the episodes I'm like, no. But there are some episodes that genuinely have really good writing, and then those writers are doing MCU shows, so I appreciate that. Like,
I like Kay-Lisa popping on here as like our moderator with all the like, boom.
Yeah, Ryan Segment's
That's
Twitter
awesome.
page, absolutely legendary. We love it. Now, Rick and Morty's, it has its perks. The She-Hulk writers were from Rick and Morty, and as is the Ant-Man Quantumania.
Okay, Josh, give me one sentence to sell you Rick and Morty, okay? I think it's like episode 6 where Morty wants to make a girl fall in love with him, so Rick creates a love potion that accidentally turns everybody in the entire world into Cronenberg-style monsters, and they have to flee their dimension to another dimension where Rick and Morty are both dead at the time that they enter, so the Rick and Morty from the other dimension have to bury that Rick and Morty in the backyard, and Morty, a young child, spends the rest of the show with the other dead Morty in the backyard, and he just looks at it all the time. That's a good show. That's a show that makes me question, what is the point? So, I love it.
First of all,
no, Alan, that was one sentence. Challenge me. That was one sentence.
It wasn't.
I mean, it's a run, but yeah.
But secondly, I thought you were trying to sell me on watching it, not convince me that I was correct in not wanting to watch it.
Oh my god.
If it makes you feel any better, that episode was called Love Potion Number 9, which is a really good song that I like.
That is a great song. And
Yeah.
there was also a good movie starring how did her name just run out of my head? She was in Speed.
Ooh.
Sandra Bullock.
Ah, thank you.
All right. Y'all haters. Question 4.
There are good episodes, I'll give you that.
I do like this one.
Then gently shows up and kills his doppelganger.
Okay, so for the Venom
That's right.
80th anniversary frame variant and for Booger Rick, we have a question for you. What is the name of the Freddy Krueger parody character in Rick and Morty?
Scary Terry. Yeah, I know that.
You made me proud, Aaron.
That is one of the good.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, I've seen all of them. I know that.
I think
least there's that.
Lisa called it correctly.
That's so valid. No, that's an excellent point. Yeah.
Oh man.
She knows how to cut right to the core of the apple.
That was
Lisa.
with her Freddy Krueger Scary Terry finger claws. Yep.
She got me. But hey, that's where I live, so.
Hey.
Well, you just won a prize there, Aaron. How do you feel? How does that make you feel?
I feel wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, I forgot. You do the well, what's the John Krasinski? What's the guy's name? Mulaney, John Mulaney.
Emily. Oh, that was sure.
I know, but you reminded me of it, so now you have to do it.
No, I'm nervous. Let's see. I with a lot of the impressions that I do, there's like an activation phrase.
Well, sure there is, like a horse in a hospital.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Like a horse in a hospital. Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
John Mulaney. That's so
I
awesome.
just washed my hands. That's why they're wet.
Yeah. You know, this is correct. This could be good. And I don't know why this suddenly wasn't working, but there you go.
Who suggested
All
that?
1950s voices, yes.
Well, thank you, Jeffrey. I think that's a wonderful, splendipitous idea.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were corrected by our moderator.
You forgot to hyphenate Kelisa. Oh.
Leave her alone.
No,
Dang.
I'm kidding.
Dang, dude.
I'm just, right for the kill. No, I'm just kidding. Kelisa, you're wonderful, and I miss you dearly. So thank you. I appreciate you.
That whole time you were doing that, I do appreciate it, but I was looking up Winter Soldier's activation phrase like a rube. So.
17.
If you just know it, don't just know
do
it.
But then do it as John Mulaney. That's what I want to hear.
I only remember like 3 of the words. It's that. Oh God, no. 17 freight car. I don't remember the third one actually.
Longing, rusted,
Longing.
17, daybreak, furnace, 9, benign, homecoming, 1, and freight car. Also, guys, why aren't these in Russian?
I'm sorry. He does say it in. Oh, he says it in Encyclopedia. Which is kind of also Russian. It's like Russian and Ukrainian and a little Hungarian all blended together. It's fun.
Hey, Aaron, you're a big fan of the show. Do you know what happens next?
Is it the? I actually know. Is it one of your logos?
It's the Canadian bonus question.
No.
You know what this means, right? This is for everybody but you and me and Josh. So
I never get it right, so that's okay.
What are we going to win? I'm going to remember this all night. I'm going to look at the prize cam all night. We're going to win a $25 gift card to Haven Comics. And honestly, Aaron, you won the whole store at this point. You've got like $7,000 in Haven Comic pesos. So now we're going to give somebody else a chance. This is a question for just the audience. First person that answers about this Canadian icon gets it. Also,
watch this be the one that I actually know.
Oh, you
I
would
never
know
get
this.
these questions
You
right.
would
I got
know this.
that right. End of list. Like when we were talking about Alpha Flight, never gotten another one of these right in all 22 episodes.
Hold on, I have to fix this question real quick because Owen didn't write it right. He just said actor. What Canadian superstar actor? There we go. Voiced Chance the dog in the film Homeward Bound. What iconic superstar actor, Canadian, voiced Chance the dog in the film Homeward Bound?
I do actually know this one. I was right.
Zip it.
I'm not gonna say anything.
You got a good one. You got Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Singular.
Just one, not two Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
We got Brian Boitano. We got Alanis Morissette. Pretty close. But it looks like the right answer is popping up.
First right answer.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. I
like to give it a second because the show hates us, and it'll give us one right answer, and then another one will pop up like six answers before. So, Alan Breedlove was the first person to get it. It is Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox, Canadian superstar actor that voiced Chance the dog in the film Homeward Bound. And I just want to take a quick moment of appreciation for Canada for giving us Michael J. Fox amongst all the other beautiful actors named. Okay.
I do love Michael J. Fox. He's awesome. But I also have to say one of my favorite gifts from Canada to the United States is the prize camp.
Where is
we
it?
have the best prize camp.
It goes to my right, I think. Or this is my left, but yeah.
Let's add her to the stream. The prize camp.
There's the prize camp.
That one. Love and support.
Why she's up here.
I didn't know that Michael J. Fox was Canadian.
Canada now.
I didn't know that Michael J. Fox was Canadian. I did know that he voiced Chance the Dog in that movie, though. I did know that.
Of all the people that we've talked about on the show, like everyone says, I didn't know that person was Canadian.
Yeah. No.
Canada produces 95% of all the cool people in the world. 95%. So that's, you got to ask yourself, are you in the other 5%? Probably not. It's just Canadians. They're just down here taking over.
I think Ryan Reynolds is. I think the reason that that's always the immediate answer is because he's the only one that's like incredibly vocal about being Canadian all the time, and I love that for him.
And also, he does nerd stuff. He's in superhero movies, right?
Another. Also, yeah, that also works. Yay! I'm sad he's not Green Lantern and Snyder Cut though. That would have been really fun. The clog dance. I
Canada,
briefly
my Canada.
remember it well, but I have been.
Yeah, I haven't been there since I was a kid.
All right. Canadian bonus question.
Well, congratulations for answering the Canadian bonus question correctly, Alan Breedlove, and welcome to the show, Andrew. Thanks for joining us. Always good to have you.
I'm excited for Andrew to be on the show because I do a lot of sketch covers. This is one I'm working on right now with a bunch of Spider-Man. My light is bad, and here's another one from Rick and Morty because it's the best, and everybody else can deal with it. But Andrew makes he calls it the comic cloak. It is a protector for comics that is very similar to a regular bag and board in size, but it is plastic and it has a hinge opening. So that's coming out soon.
It's very low profile. It's very small. So it's not like those ones. Like we have those ones at the store that I really like, the Ultra Pro One Touch, which looks almost like a slab. Like when you get a book graded, it's about that size, and it's got the magnetic catches and enclosures. The comics
That's
cloaks,
these guys. They're huge.
They're huge. The comics cloaks are very snug to the comic books, and very low profile. So if you're going to a show to get books signed or something, it's very easy to put several of those in your backpack. You go in, you pull it out, flip it open, they sign it, you flip it closed. It's not this whole take it apart, pull it back together. It's genius.
Yeah.
I wish your packing process all the best success. That sounds really cool.
We're looking forward to having him on the show when we can brag about his product and you can buy it, but it's coming out soon.
That's so exciting. Congratulations.
Just a heads up. Okay, Josh.
What's our prize for question number 6?
Hold on. Jeremy, my girlfriend is sad she didn't answer Michael J. Fox in time, so I'm giving her a shout out. Ashley Lynn Saja, am I saying that right? Owen, correct me. So Ashley Lynn, always a big fan of the show, watches the show all the time. Quick shout out to her. Not vocal in the chat, as vocal, but we got a lot of supporters.
I try to picture if, like, when he's hanging around the house or you're on a date, does Owen just like tell you about everything in the world as you're walking past and go, oh, you know what? First appearance of this character was in this book. First Silver Age appearance was in that book. Because he knows all this stuff and it has to come out. He can't keep that bottled up.
I thought your question was going to be, does he refer to his girlfriend like by her full legal name every time he talks to her? I thought that was what the question was going to be. But I like that question.
That's a legitimate question
CJ.
also.
CJ?
Oh, here she is. CJ. You have no idea.
She called you out.
If you ever need to pawn him off on somebody who appreciates hearing all that stuff, if it's not your thing, just kick him out for a few hours because I love hearing all that stuff.
This is so fun.
So yeah, if you ever just need to like clear your head of comics trivia, just give him the boot, say go to Haven, and I'm sure he'll do it because he's a good guy. And there's two brothers chanting in the U.S.
Hello, Ellisons.
Hey guys, no hate to the U.S. I'm a United States citizen. I don't want to get kicked out, but also Canada rules. So I mean, you can't stop it. We can all agree that Canada rules. Okay, Ashley Lynn, she loves Owen. Talking about comics, and then question 6. What is that? What are we going to win? We're going to win this sick Harley Quinn variant, which honestly, just plain beautiful. Right?
That's one of the movie poster variants. What movie is that a poster of, Aaron?
Well,
I'm sure you know.
It is either Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn or Harley Quinn : Birds of Prey, which I think is a much less cool title. Although that's not the poster for the movie because she has her Arkham Asylum glasses on. So it's like a little bit of a variation from it.
It's probably a horror movie that they're paying homage to because they always have a horror movie homage cover.
If you check it out, it's a bunch of DC characters.
Did Clarice have glasses?
Not that I'm aware of. Certainly, the Silence of the Lamb posters didn't have little characters flying around everywhere.
Oh, for sure. Is that Detective Chimp? I love that.
Yes, it is.
My boy. I love when superheroes get unnecessary animal sidekicks that end up just becoming like well-written characters ever. Yeah. Give me a Bat Cow miniseries, please. I don't think that's too much to ask.
Bat Cow?
Crypto the Superdog movie. I'm so excited.
Can we backtrack? Bat Cow?
Yes,
Bat Cow.
there is a Bat Cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is too much to ask.
I think
reminds
Dick Grayson wanted to save a cow from a slaughterhouse, and then Batman's like, sure, you can adopt it.
That could be Kaylee. I think that maybe you're right.
We have a visitor.
Hey, we do have a visitor. That's not your Bat Cow.
This is not my Bat Cow. This is my Bat Cat Cow.
Speaking of Bat Cow, for anyone who doesn't know, we're not going to do anything with it here because it is not family friendly. But if you've ever heard of Wesley Willis, and if you've never heard of Wesley Willis, you should look up Wesley Willis. Listen to some of his music. Look up Wesley Willis's greatest hits, and The Chicken Cow is absolutely one you need to listen to. Quick rundown: Wesley Willis was a huge guy. He was almost as big as me, but heavier than me. He had mental illness. And part of his treatment, they gave him a Casio keyboard and said, hey, why don't you try writing some songs? And so he would hit the demo button on the keyboard. And so it would play one of three little and then he would talk to the camera. He would talk to the microphone and he would say words that formed the song. And then he would sing the chorus. And all of his songs sound the exact same, but they're really interesting and really horrible at the same time. But he got a record deal. And he had a big intro from Jello Biafra and The Chicken Cow. Also, I whooped Batman's beep.
Chicken Cow.
I whooped Mighty Thor.
Can the chicken
Cut the Mullet is a classic song.
I'm gonna read the opening to The Chicken Cow. It's not that family friendly, guys. Okay, just if you were on the fence about checking out The Chicken Cow. First, what is it?
You have to read it like this because this is the way he sings all his songs.
I can only do me. You guys look it up if you are sold. The beast comes out when it's 25 degrees below zero. It can rip your head off. It can fly as high as a bird. It can bite your face. The Chicken Cow.
It can fly as high as a bird. It can bite your face. That's how he does it.
That's a big step up from Chicken Cow, hybrid of a Chicken Cow.
Well, he's also got a Vampire Bat, which is great. I'm telling you, just check these out when you're by yourself or with people who won't judge you.
Yeah.
Or just in general, not around small children.
Definitely not around small children. It's very funny.
Chicken Cow. It's a banger, guys.
It'll bite your face off. Chicken Cow.
It'll bite your face.
Man.
For example, here's how the vampire stabbed me to death, killing me. Vampire Bat. Vampire Bat. Vampire Bat. Vampire Bat. That's the chorus. All his choruses are like that. And all of his verses are just talking. And he ends every song with rock over London, rock on Chicago. And then he plugs a product like
That's cool.
Wheaties, the breakfast of champions. He always does that with all of his songs.
Vampire Bat. Bite your face off. Killed me dead. Sponsored by Subway. Eat fresh.
Kind of. Yeah. Like
Hey, one quick thing, right? This guy, what'd you say he was mentally ill?
He had mental illness, yes.
Okay. We're trashing on him a little bit. The man took what he was suffering from and he made art. So
He did. Actually,
know,
he also made physical art too. He was a good artist, and that's how he made money, was selling his art on the streets in Chicago.
Oh, that's
well,
like city states and stuff.
I have mad respect for that. Even if I don't appreciate the art per se, I appreciate that he made that. So
I'm no lyricist. I can't judge him.
I'm excited that
sure.
Chicken Cow exists.
Yeah.
Just adds to the human experience.
Stream it on Spotify.
That it does.
Wherever you get your tunes.
So for
Chicken
whatever.
Mick Josh and the zeros, the ones.
So for whatever prize we said was number 6.
Yeah.
Do we remember?
What? Birds of Prey.
Yeah, the Birds of Prey
the
cover.
poster or the comic,
Or,
right?
sorry,
Gotcha.
Dead World.
So, appropriately enough, we have a Batman-themed question here.
Yes.
What vigilante first took over the Batman mantle after Bane broke Batman's back in 1993? Who became Batman?
I mean, I think the obvious answer is Dick Grayson, but I feel like that's a trick.
Go with your gut here.
This man was born in 2002.
Yeah, but
we've dipped him. He's into
familiar with the breaking
old world,
of the bat, right?
Yeah, I've seen that panel.
Right.
The knee being like the splitting.
Who became Batman after that? Now, he did not wear the Batman costume. I will say that he wore a new costume.
I'm gonna say Dick Grayson and just kind of go with my gut on this one.
That's
you said earlier that was a trick, and so you weren't going to answer that. So
well, then you said go with my gut, which told me that it was correct. Are you double tricking me?
Your gut was not right. This time.
Was it a Robin?
Not this time. Nope. It was Azrael.
Oh.
Do you remember him?
John Paul Valley, Azrael.
I think the first person that said it was Zach. I think
there was some Azrael like solo books that was in like the first box of comics I ever got. I didn't know it was from Bane's breaking his back though, or Bruce's back. That's interesting. Cool. I learned something.
He's a genetically augmented assassin and murderous vigilante from the secretive Catholic extremist group, the Order of Saint Dumbass. Right? That's what that says.
Saint Dumas. Saint Dumas.
Anyway, so Batman, who won't kill people, has his replacement. Batman works with this guy. His replacement is a genetically modified assassin that just kills people. So
I mean, yeah.
And if I remember correctly from the ones that I used to read, I mean, I was a kid, so I wasn't like psychologically assessing these people, but the guy was a psychopath.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, can we just like agree on that? If Bruce Wayne doesn't murder people, but I don't think like the Gotham healthcare system and like the hospitals can like keep up with all of the people.
Yeah.
So if to like beat up a homeless man, as we often joke about.
Yeah.
How Batman getting to the hospital? Batman just murdered him.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't like do the final blow.
For the internet and the audience and anybody else that doesn't know what Aaron just said.
It comes.
Oy.
Aaron and I don't joke about beating up homeless people.
No,
that is not a thing to joke about.
We joke about how Batman beats up homeless people.
I personally believe Batman is the villain of the DC universe. Come at me in the comments. That's fine. I'll write an essay about it and I'll read it in the same style as Chicken Cow. But Aaron, I just needed to clarify.
My phrase.
Aaron jumped a little bit ahead in the conversation for anybody that's not familiar. Okay?
Bruce Wayne, the Dark Knight, Gotham's sworn protector, beats up homeless people, not us. And we don't condone the violence against the homeless people community.
Yeah.
It is specifically Batman beating up homeless people as a career.
Batman's kind of a monster, really, in reality.
I kind of feel like the
worst.
show needs a lawyer from the way you guys are trying to cover down on this.
Yeah. Jeffrey, where are you?
It's not the same guy from the Smurfs. Gargamel was the guy from the Smurfs, and Azrael was his cat. So, yes, it's the same name, but it's not the cat.
I think Azrael's like an angel, if I remember correctly. I think that's
also correct, yes.
Right? Anyway.
Okay. He had that goofy armor that was like enormous in the shoulders and then like had that tiny weird little head with the squinchy ears.
Mm-hmm.
I
did not care for that.
Yes. Jeffrey agrees with me.
Middleton.
Also, Jeffrey, will you be our show's lawyer? And it's like Zachary agrees with me too. Glorified psychopath. So
I think Kevin Conroy Batman is the only one that didn't actively harm people more than he promised to.
Oh man, this is a whole sideshow.
Anyway,
this is it. It's time to start it's time to start a podcast about Batman as the bad guy.
Let's do it, please.
No Man's Land was freaking great. Loved that story.
I read that one.
Question 7. For question 7, Aaron, you're gonna have a chance to dip into the classics: Supreme Power, Powers, and Principalities.
Principalities.
That's a boring word. I should say principles. I don't know what it actually the book's about.
Are you not familiar with the biblical reference, powers and principalities?
No, sir. I am not.
Yeah, that's dealing with demons and supernatural spirits and such.
Quick question. Are those Squadron Supreme characters? Because I do not recognize them.
They are indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
And if you don't know Squadron Supreme, that was Marvel's complete and utter ripoff of the Justice League.
With Power Princess instead of Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, super fun.
And
Hi.
The prize cam waving back at us.
Damn, camera is an iPhone. I've learned so much. I've learned a forbidden secret. I know what the film is. The powers of the universe are at now my control. I know everything.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
Just so you know,
mm-hmm.
There's a lot of nudity in that book. So just at your discretion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's a grown
Question
man.
7.
Look at that beard which he grew in 7
I knew you were going to bring it up. I just wasn't sure when. Anyway, question 7.
The James Bond movies, you know what those are, right?
No.
You're not too young for those? The James Bond movies are based on a series of novels by what British author?
They're based on books?
You didn't know that?
That's so interesting. No, I didn't, but I'm really glad that I do now. Is it an English author? Or, I mean, like from England, not like an English speaking.
But of course.
British, yeah. I mean, British covers Ireland, Scotland,
get like
Wales.
a timeline here? I know like the first James Bond movie was in the early 60s.
Well, 60s is actually being kind of generous. Before passing away in 1964, Fleming had written 14 James Bond books.
So Henry Fleming.
You just said his name.
Get his first name.
Is it Henry? I think I've heard of Henry Fleming.
Oh my God, you're right. I am a doofus.
Delightful. Thank you. I know who Henry Fleming is. I did not know he wrote James Bond.
He didn't. It's
he
not
didn't.
Henry. Not Henry?
No. It's a very British name, though. I will say that.
Yeah. The audience got it right before I gave it away. So I think it's Alan got it. Ian Flim. We're going to give you the ING.
Who's Henry Fleming?
Yeah. I don't know.
I know that name for some reason.
I don't know. But we're going to give you the progressive on Fleming. Yeah. So it is Alan.
Have fun with Hyperion and Power Princess doing graphic things, apparently.
Yeah, apparently the guy was a real spy.
That's so cool.
And he was a spy from a period where, like, your spy tools were, like, not electronic at all. So I imagine way different.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see something really cool, go to Anniston, Alabama. Mm-hmm. There is a museum there called the Berman Museum, Berman. This was a guy who was an intelligence officer during World War II. He traveled around the world. He collects stuff. And it's also a weapons museum. And it starts with like, hey, these are these really primitive weapons, all the way up to a 6-foot-long headsman's sword from somewhere in Asia. But he got all manner of other stuff. He's got the actual crown of the country of Siam. This is a beautiful thing. He's got plates and dinnerware from Hitler's house. All this Nazi stuff is in there. He's got stuff from Mussolini's house. He's got all kinds of interesting things, but he gathered stuff along his way as an intelligence officer, as a spy during World War II. And he brought all this stuff home with him, and they've got a museum in Anniston, Alabama that is really fascinating.
Also, I really like this because I genuinely never would have learned that under any other circumstances. That's so cool. Oh, and that was a fantastic question. Like, wow. Okay, that was so cool. I'm learning things. This is fun. I love it.
The Natural History Museum in Anniston shares the same parking lot and is also extremely well done. It's way better than you would think a Natural History Museum in Anniston, Alabama would be.
I gotta be honest, dude. You lost me when you said leave my house, but that does sound like a very cool thing to do later. So you're gonna have to write that down for me.
I look forward to leaving my house again one day.
One day.
Okay, who is this person? Who is this Henry Fleming Nintendo character? Who is that?
What game is that from? Because that was the thing that immediately jumped out to me, and I have no idea where I came up with that name, but I know I've heard it somewhere. What Nintendo game? I'm genuinely really curious. Also, thank you for telling me, so I made sure I just didn't make that up. I did know that.
You learned it today. That's crazy how that works.
Huh?
You always hear something and then you immediately hear something else that's exactly the same and is relevant.
Yeah. What game is
That's
that?
how I like to do it.
Hey, so the next question is a personal. It's of personal importance to me,
Okay.
but I am going to give an extra thing away because of this thing. But so, Aaron.
Yeah.
Black Panther or Iron Man?
I prefer Black Panther stories.
Black Panther. All right. So we're going to give away this Black Panther sketch. It is done on a comic backing board. It's signed. So I sometimes don't sign my stuff, but it's not because I don't want to. It's because I'm very lazy and forgetful. So because the next question is the real estate question of the night.
I have to say, I just like that kind of smooth, jazzy kind of feel.
I'm super excited and super nervous because it's going to be really embarrassing for me if I get it wrong.
Man, I don't know anybody's going to get this right. I mean, Owen, like, this is a cool question, but also, how are you? I don't know this. This is hard.
Well, if
This
the
is
realtor
insane.
doesn't know, then the realtor's son should be okay.
I mean, what do I know? I don't know anything, but like, this is a crazy question.
Sure.
Okay, so this is a
You're about
bonus.
to ask my question, aren't you?
No. Thanks for saying that. So this is a bonus. This Black Panther. But there's a real prize, too. You guys remember Andy Price from earlier? He is the artist on My Little Pony. So he sent Josh this really sick thing. It is apparently Power Princess. Did we talk about that? Or Apple Princess?
it's Applejack as Captain America. It's Captain
Applejack.
Applejack.
Got it.
Capel Jamaica.
Look at the symbol on the shield
Yeah.
in the bottom
It's
right corner there.
It's a licensed Apple
Applejack America.
My Little Pony.
Something like that.
If it was Apple, it would have a bite out of it. So it's clearly not that logo. It could never be confused.
I'll go draw a little bite out of it. Okay, so that is the actual prize. And then just unrelated, whoever wins gets this Black Panther drawing. Okay. Josh,
So,
don't let me steal it.
in order to prevent Jeremy from stealing my question, I will ask you this question. Aaron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Just take me on.
Okay, Aaron.
We're actually going to do it. Okay, I'm ready. Ooh.
What fictional TV family can be found living at 742 Evergreen Terrace?
The Simpsons.
How did you know that? Who knows that?
I'm proud of you. I am straight up proud of you. That is a tough question.
Yeah.
I don't know how that you just knew that. It just popped out of your head. That's amazing. The prize cam yelled it from the other room, too. Maybe everybody knows it but me.
Woo-hoo!
Maybe, yeah. What do I know? But, Aaron, great job.
Thank
You
you.
just picked up 2 original pieces of art.
I was so worried that I was going to get it wrong. And then
Hey, I psyched you down.
I mean, I know a couple of people who would have gotten it because The Simpsons is their jam and that's what they love.
Yeah. I remember,
I've never heard you talk about The Simpsons ever.
Yeah, I like The Simpsons.
Well, apparently.
Also, I remember the only. Oh my gosh. When you were asking what the Munsters address was, I got so excited because I'm like, yes, this is my jam. When you said TV, I was like, okay, I'm good now. I understand. Yeah.
Hey,
He was so fast on the draw. Like,
yeah, you just
doesn't
knew it
everyone know
right
that?
away. Yeah, I had no idea, but I came at you with like a hammer of despair before that. I was like, "There's no way you're going to get this right. This is impossible." You just
And that was
knew it.
probably
And then he
the
said,
easiest
"And
one.
whoever wins this prize," because he never thought it was going to be you.
Did the comments get it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's
a
check.
couple people did.
Woohoo!
Good,
Not as
good.
quickly as you.
Also, they have to type though.
Yeah.
That's a little harder than me just speaking it.
You got
That's
people
crazy.
wanting those sketches, though, Jeremy.
And I have
Christine,
Black Panther.
Christine, you got an original piece of art coming, so
Real prize.
great. It's gonna happen.
Yay!
Okay.
That's fun. Good
Question 9.
Mhm.
We're gonna hop over to the prize cam. We're gonna throw this up. This is Mars Attacks. Red Sonja. This is Red Sonja. She's doing her thing. She's got a flag. She's looking
Look
all.
at those muscles, man.
Yeah, get in there.
You ain't joking around. She would beat the stew out of somebody.
Yeah. This is Tom Price. He's a local artist that has worked with me on a bunch of different projects. He's got a real Hughes quality about him.
This piece does particularly with that heavy outline going around the edge.
Yeah.
I noticed like Rob Liefeld, there's a pouch and no feet. So I don't know, Tom. Though I know I've seen you actually draw feet. So, and then you drew that naked Wolverine who also had no pouches.
We got a little bit of dissent. From,
I don't have any artistic
one of the
notes.
Jordans here.
However, I do have a practicality note. Ow! That bra situation must really hurt, as it's just tiny little metal pieces. Just that would hurt. That would really.
It's padded on the inside.
I would certainly hope so.
It's lined.
You
I
know,
would certainly hope so for Red Sonja's sake, because
I mean, we have some people in the chat who do a lot of sewing. I bet they could tell you how you could put a lining on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know anything about fashion, and
wonderful job though. Wonderful job.
I learned from Puff Daddy. This is the only thing I know about fashion. Fashion is keeping your jacket on when everyone else is too hot to bother, right? So maybe I'm wrong about this, but wouldn't chainmail just heat up so much that it was unbearable?
If you were in
she's not wearing that much of it.
Okay.
If you were in direct sunlight, I would imagine so. No, I have a friend that likes to sew, and she's like learning how to make like corsets and things. Mm-hmm. So we often have discussions. She's also a science major, so we have discussions about like about the scientific like feasibility of certain superheroes, and then also about like how the costumes would work. Like the Hulk and then Satana Hellstrom, she has like a blood feud with at this point. She's like, that costume would not fit. No. And then the Hulk she also has problems with, but She-Hulk is fine. But Hulk for some reason isn't, because he shrinks and goes back to normal. She's like, if he just got big and got green, that's one thing. But if he got big, got green, and then shrank back to normal, no. Yeah.
I'm on board with that. That's another, for our podcast, that's another whole episode.
That's what happened to me. I got enormous and I couldn't shrink back. So that's what happened to me.
Oh, fun. Like, I know we're saying that in passing. I would genuinely be down for that. Just
for a podcast?
Yes.
I don't know. Audience, what do you think?
Yeah.
Would you want to be on or participate in or listen to a podcast? I just want to circle back real quick to that heat conversation.
Yeah.
I don't like to touch my car steering wheel when I get in it. That's all I know. That's it. I don't know anything more than that.
You get inside your car steering wheel?
Yes, I do.
Do you have oven mitts?
It's a real Ant-Man situation. I should wear I should wear oven mitts when I get in my car.
Isn't that why it's called a glove box? So that you can put your gloves in for when the steering wheel is too hot?
Yeah.
No, not for when your steering wheel's too hot. It's because back in the day, cars were not enclosed, and you kept gloves, your driving gloves, your hat and your goggles.
Oh, for the fancy mans. Oh, I see.
Because it wasn't enclosed. It was a mess.
Just get some like oven mitts. Just put them in your glove box. Just 10 and 2. Oh, Travis.
Corona sucks.
Yeah, Corona sucks. All right, gotta stop talking before I change subjects. Okay, question 9. We are gonna play
awesome Tom Price art.
Yes, we are gonna play for that art. What prolific character actor played Klingon Commander Krueger? I don't know. Are you a Star Wars guy, Josh?
This is Star Trek, but okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Star Trek. They're both the same to me. Krueger in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, and was responsible for the death of Kirk's son. Krueger?
I have to say, I have no memory of this actor playing this role, and seeing it is totally off-putting and weird to me. I don't like it.
I have only seen one episode of New Generation and Next Generation and the Wrath of Khan movie. That's it. That's all the Star Trek I've ever been exposed to. I think I saw the Chris Pine movie, like the first one, on a plane. Star Trek has not been a thing that I've delved into at all. I'm sorry, nerd family.
Well, you're guessing an actor's name here?
Krueger.
Picture an actor who you would never picture.
And is this the one with the many foreheads? Is this
that? Yeah, he's got a couple of foreheads. Yeah, I'll clue you in on a couple of answers. Is it not? It is not Christopher Brown. It is not Morgan Freeman. It is not Kevin Spacey.
Also, this was in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
No.
Hi, Mason. Kitty number
It's
2.
also not Raul Julia, who famously played M. Bison, right? That's what he did. That's all he did in his career.
Hello.
Are you kidding? That's all he did in his career? He was also
come on.
Mr. Adams of the Addams family.
Who he is.
Literally the only what time period? When did this movie come out?
Wait, hold on. Do we?
I need some context.
This would have been late 70s, early 80s.
I want to say John Noble, and I know that that's wrong. I can't think of it.
If you know that it's wrong,
better in the role.
pick somebody else.
I legitimately can't think of another.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Just completely close out the world. Look deep into your heart, and pick who you want it to be.
To be a Klingon with the many foreheads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it would be really funny if William Shatner just like double rolled.
That would be really funny.
Like pull a Doctor Strange, be your own villain.
Hang on. The originator of the question is dropping a hint, so I'm going to put it on the screen.
I know the character's name is Mr. Wilson. Are you referring to who played him in the live action movie? Because I cannot recall. Was it John Lithgow? I don't know.
No, but visually you're not far off.
Yeah, John Lithgow was a pretty good one. I think the first person who got it is going to be Zachary Jordan. It is Christopher Lloyd.
Actually, that's someone I would expect in alien SFX suits. I would. Yeah.
Share your screen again. Can you pull that picture up?
Let me see.
Because that is horrifying.
No, I would have actually. I never would have thought of that because I thought you
Doc
said I wouldn't
Brown.
be able to imagine it.
It's Doc Brown as a Klingon.
Lloyd always does that kind of stuff.
No, but this is particularly weird.
Let me see it. I've never seen the movie, so
it's particularly strange.
That was Christopher Lloyd in Dennis the Menace, wasn't it? Huh.
No, not as Mr. Wilson.
Not Mr. Wilson? Who else got owned by Dennis the Menace if not Mr.
Yeah, there we
Wilson?
go.
Walter Matthau was Mr. Wilson.
Oh.
Sorry, this is a whole thing sharing my
Or
screen.
am I just totally wrong here?
What? Hold on.
Does Walter Matthau look like John Lithgow, or am I totally wrong?
No, Walter Matthau's a bigger guy.
Ah. Were there multiple live-action Dennis the Menace movies? There's so much pop culture.
There we go. Guys, I might have just mastered the internet. Also, that's Krueger.
How off-putting is that? Because all I see is 1.21 gigawatts.
All I see is Judge Doom. So
well, that too. That's fair.
You know how they do like deep fake now, where they just take a guy or whatever, and they just do whatever, they put whatever on it, and they just make the. Okay, so a shot-for-shot remake. They just take the movie, and instead Christopher Lloyd looks like this the entire movie for Back to the Future. I'd pay to see that. I would pay for that ticket.
I would too.
That is interesting. Okay, sure. I'm sorry I let you down, Star Trek people. I know there's many of you.
Apparently, this is the character he played.
Beat me up, Dennis. It's funny.
Hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Star Trek people are used to being let down by Star Trek. So don't worry about it.
I like the Chris Pine movie. I know a lot of people didn't because they thought that he handled Spock incorrectly. Unless they didn't, in which case I'm totally wrong there also. Herb Doc Brown versus
Epic rap battles of history. Guys,
I was like, what's an herb? Herbs and
for anybody who has not delved deep into epic rap battle of history, that's a weekend. Just get a cup of coffee and just at 8 a.m. just sit down and just watch them all.
I think
and then watch Wesley Willis.
I saw the one with Darth Vader, and then I saw the one with Bonnie and Clyde versus Romeo and Juliet.
That one's pretty good.
That's really all. I've seen some of them, but not many.
I just run around in my life just chanting lines from that.
That's kind of the fun thing about me and my pop culture is I remember a little bit of everything, but Marvel's really the only, and Marvel and Disney stuff, it's like the only thing I ever know like everything or like I'm fully invested in, and then I just kind of pickpocket from the other stuff. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway.
Answer your question.
I don't take from Star Trek often. Sorry.
Okay. We're gonna hit you with a Marvel one last.
Yes.
But we're gonna hit you with a DC prize. So for this triple signed, pretty epic little prize here for your collection.
Yeah.
Josh, tell us more about this.
That is signed by Dan Jurgens, who wrote it, by John Bogdanove, who drew it, and by Brett Breeding, who inked it. And it is number 1,115 of 5,000.
Huh.
Can you imagine signing 5,000 times? Man, that's a job.
Sounds like penmanship class.
You know, I have to say, I agree with this. That's true.
Also, who is that other Superman? I saw Cyborg.
Hang on, this is good.
Oh. Yeah.
There you go.
I got this like custom ordered from a website that just makes these. This photo of her, the reference photo, was the picture that her foster mom sent me. Like that was the first picture I had of her, and also it framed her face well. But yeah, that's Zari as Marie Antoinette, so I call it Zari Antoinette. Just because of the collar and everything. Anyway. There we go. Did I get frozen? Or are you guys just being very still?
No, I'm sorry. I was looking for something else so I could hit you.
Josh is frozen and you were very deep in concentration.
I'm sorry. I was also just listening. Trying to be a respectful person on planet Earth.
I was just talking about my cat portrait.
Josh is super froze, so this gives us a quiet moment of introspection. Yes. Tell me more about yourself.
What do you want to know?
What's life like in Florida? Now that you're a Florida man.
I've been incredibly busy with all of my... Yeah, there it is. I've been incredibly busy with my schoolwork, so he's back. Yay. I haven't really gotten a big chance to explore yet, but I like what I have explored and seen. Oh, yeah. Zari Antoinette is too powerful for this internet connection.
So, Aaron, what's the craziest Florida man thing that you've seen since you've been in Florida?
I saw an alligator in a gas station.
Really? That's pretty good. That's almost exactly
next to the Twisty Treat, the ice cream stores that are shaped like ice creams. Okay, I didn't know. I never check Facebook. I'm on Facebook for Haven Comics. End of list. But I will do that actually. I'll check it after this though.
Aaron saw an alligator in a gas station. That is probably exactly the answer that I would have expected, but didn't know I was going to get.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm in Orlando, so it's like a very densely populated city. So it's not. I mean, it wasn't very big. It was like,
just a little alligator, like a pet, just like a purse pet alligator.
Hang on.
Did you wrestle it?
No, I did not. It was like maybe this big. So like
a baby alligator.
No, it was an adolescent. I don't know if it was a baby. It wasn't like teeny, but it was like.
So it was at the gas station cruising for chicks. Is that it?
I mean, the gas station was like next to a creek, so there was just like it was just kind of coming up, and then it made its way under the concrete, and then the light got on it. Yeah, Florida man. Yeah, absolutely. Episode 22 featuring the Florida man. Is it 22 or 23?
22.
Yeah.
Man, we're getting up there.
I remember.
Yeah, we started drinking last week, and you noticed Jeremy started off with a glass of wine tonight.
I remember because of the legal joke from last week.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there you go. For a triple signed,
beautiful triple sign,
right? For a triple signed Superman trade with signatures from Dan Jurgens, John Bogdanov, and Brett Breeding. All you have to do is answer this question correctly.
I can't.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
What supervillain is the half brother of the Chameleon?
Kraven the Hunter. Sergei Kravinoff.
You did it.
How does he do it? How does he do it? Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I love you, man.
I wasn't expecting you to be quite suspicious from that.
You did good.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
You did do good. Well done.
Josh, can I ask you a question?
Me?
What's the prize?
No.
Oh, that's
I know what the prize is. The on the cover of that comic book that I just won so spectacularly. Just kidding. There's 4 Supermen on it, and I only recognize 3 of them. Who's the one in the bottom right corner? That's got like the claws and the lasers. Who is that?
Let's throw it back up here on the prize cam.
Yeah, the bottom right one. Yeah, who is this fine gentleman? What is happening there?
I do not recall. Owen, tell us who that is.
Is that the nuclear man from Superman 3? Or was it 4? I don't remember.
You got some praise from Owen.
Thank you, Owen.
Yeah, tell us who that person is there,
I
Owen.
haven't been keeping... I know Cyborg Superman.
Cyborg, regular Superman.
There's probably...
You got Steel at the bottom left. That's Superboy.
One of them.
It's Eradicator.
Eradicator, and then Steel. Who I have never seen this Eradicator fellow in my life.
He was a clone of sorts, says Owen.
Aren't they all?
Hey, I would like to show something off while we assemble the prize list and run down who won what. If I may, leave me big like that, because this is cool.
For sure.
I just picked this up. I got it in last week. This is a rare book. It's from 1957. So 1957.
1957.
It's not even listed in the Overstreet guide as a comic. It's listed under their promotional stuff because it came out in kind of an interesting way. But this is right in the heart of the civil rights movement. And look at this.
It's a Martin Luther King Jr. comic book?
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That's wicked.
That's
so cool.
I'm getting this sent off to CGC, by the way.
Yeah.
Owen and I were looking at it last Saturday. There's not a ton of them out there, and the last ones that sold were like for $750.
Wow.
That was a CGC graded. I want to say like a 7.0 or something. Speaking of which, Owen, I did talk to Larry, and he said absolutely pressable, because there's no cover to it. It's the entire thing is out of the same paper, which is that old newsprint style paper. Oh. But he said absolutely pressable. But yeah, the pages inside this thing, the artwork is gorgeous. The layouts are gorgeous. This is a pro who did this work. This wasn't just thrown together by some schlub in like, oh, hey, let's hand some of these out. Super cool book. And we just picked that up. So I was really excited and I wanted to share.
That's really exciting. That's super
Very cool.
Yeah. Wicked. Yeah.
Well, we're excited to see what that comes back as.
For some reason, I just heard Indiana Jones.
Was not I, said the fly, being me. I did not do that.
It belongs in a museum.
Oh.
Hey, quick publishing note. When the cover is made out of the same paper as the interior, it's called a self cover. Interesting thing that I've learned along my publishing journey.
I did not know that. I've actually got an older price guide right here, and I wonder if they reference it the same.
Excuse me.
This is from a couple years ago, but the little story they had in here was just phenomenal. Yeah, this references a CGC 9.2 copy sold for $350 and a Fine Plus copy sold for $200 in 2004. So there's not enough of these things going around or circulating that a lot of them sell because there aren't that many out there. But how cool is that?
That's wicked. I love that.
Hey, do you know if it's an original or a reprint?
It is an original. There's a reprint that was published much later, but this is very definitely and clearly the original. It's
cool.
also got the 10-cent price on it, which the reprint did not have.
So
that is not the same cat that we saw earlier.
It's not the same cat. This is Mason. Separate cat.
So your cat didn't jump through one of those twirly booger things and turn into another cat?
No, this is not a Schrodinger's cat. No, this is Mason. I adopted him in January, actually, so he's adjusted really well.
He looks like a very happy cat.
Yeah, he's only a couple months younger than Zari, so they just have like a super awesome thing.
That's a comment about the comic book, not the cat.
Oh, he changed colors because of his oxidation, like the Statue of Liberty. Yep.
Yeah, he's got a patina.
So the prize cam is calculating the results of the show, but I want to give Aaron another crack at some original art.
Oh,
this is Iron Man. I know he's a big Marvel guy.
That's so cool.
This is classic Iron Man. I actually drew this live for the Limestone Athens Library. So it was a fun little go. Aaron, Marvel question.
All right.
It's right in your wheelhouse.
All right.
Captain Marvel's cat is named Goose.
Yes.
What movie is that named after? For which movie is that named?
For Goose's name in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got it. Top Gun?
Top Gun.
Or did you say Top Nut and then Josh talked over you and I misheard you?
Actually,
Top Nut, the movie.
I said Gun Top, actually.
Gun Top. I heard Top first.
Actually, no. I said Goptum. I spoonerismed it.
Okay. I've been trying to give that away for weeks and keep forgetting.
Quickly, while the tallies are being tallied, give people the 2-minute thing that you think is going to happen tomorrow in the final episode of WandaVision that's going to have everybody just reeling.
Okay.
Give us your best,
absolute
best conspiracy theory.
No hold back.
This man is smart. It's going to be he's read the reports. I don't want spoilers.
I haven't read. There aren't any reports on the finale. There were about episode 6. There were a lot of leaks on episode 6 for some reason. I don't know what happened. But for the finale, honestly, I think it's going to be Agatha Harkness versus Wanda. Vision versus White Vision, which was such a cool addition, and I kind of called it out a little bit. No, Mephisto. That was going to be the next thing. And then Monica Rambeau takes up Photon and beats the ever-living daylights out of Hayward. And then somehow in the tussle of these 3 battles happening at once, Wanda loses control for the final time, and the Hex implodes, where she loses Vision I guess this is the 3rd time now, and also loses her twins. And then in her grief for that, because the whole thing is about her grief and her trying to process everything and to be able to move on with her life. And now she has everything she's ever wanted, everything that's ever been denied to her for her entire life. And she's about to lose it all simultaneously. I think at this point, Wanda would then, as her powers have been expanding, her reality manipulation would then grow exponentially and then cause a breach in the multiverse, which she would then flee into, leading into the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. No Mephisto. I don't think any mutants. We're going to get answers on Pietro. I just don't know what, because they said that Agatha Harkness brought him in, but Agatha Harkness does not have multiversal spanning power, unless that's what it does. But I honestly see this being like a very self-contained thing about Wanda losing everything again, and then a Doctor Strange cameo potentially. Probably. I think that's feasible. But I really think it's about losing Vision, losing the boys, losing Westview as a whole, and her finding not being able to cope with that and then ultimately leaving. I don't know if Agatha will survive. If she does, she will then be a ghost probably, like she was in the 2015 run in the comics. And more Catherine Hahn is always a plus. Anyway, was that 2 minutes?
I don't know, but I was watching. I was like the whole time, like, yes, okay.
Was that too much? Did I need to slow it down?
No, you're good. We got a lot of people commenting about what you said in the comments.
Okay.
I don't know how to sort all this.
I don't know if I would really like it if Monica like handled Hayward and then became director of Sword for Secret Invasion and then Captain Marvel 2. Magneto shows up and Wanda Quicksilver.
We got that. That's gonna happen.
The thing with Magneto, because
Magneto's not showing up,
is that Kevin Feige has worked really, really hard to make a definitive origin story for Wanda, because this week actually is Scarlet Witch's 57th anniversary of existence. I think it was Tuesday, but her parentage has changed 4 times in that time, and her power origin has changed 5 times. So they've never been able to have something super consistent for Wanda, and I think that Kevin Feige has done a wonderful job in getting everything, the best parts of everything, and putting it all together. So we have a conclusive story for Wanda. I don't think they're going to throw Magneto in just for the X-Men stuff.
I agree.
really think we've got to work with this, like with what we've been doing. Because honestly, this is so gripping, like from a character perspective for Wanda, and to have something this definitive be this well thought through is wonderful, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think Magneto. I don't think Mephisto either.
Yeah, Magneto doesn't fit at all. Mephisto to this point doesn't fit at all. If they pulled Mephisto,
that Magneto thing was just this.
For sure. No, I have like I see this on Twitter a lot. People always say Magneto.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, just a guess from someone not cut out. We're dropping hella spoilers, guys.
Not really
just
spoilers. They're just
educated guess.
guesses.
That's all. I got some tissues.
No, I mean for people who haven't seen episode 8, episode 7.
This is all hypothetical. I haven't seen anything. WandaVision all comes out at once. The entire series is just dropping on Fridays, as long as I'm concerned. I haven't seen anything. What's a WandaVision? What's a Monica Rambeau? Never seen it. Nope.
Who knows? What's a photon?
It's gonna be.
Do we have our prize list?
We do. One quick thing. My favorite thing about those comics, when she has the kids in the comic, like everybody's standing around her, Magneto's standing around her, she has the kids, and she's like, "Look, Dad, look how the beautiful kids, aren't you so proud?" And he's like, "Yeah, now put them back." And it's the creepiest thing I've ever read in a comic ever. Super gross.
Totally blocked that out of my memory.
Cut to the prize cam. Check out all this cool stuff. All right, so the layout here. So the stickers and Heroes at Home book, that went to Justin Lynch. The Munchkin cards and erasers, that went to nobody. Nobody won that at all. Charlie Cox art, that went to Zachary Jordan. The Venom variant, that went to Aaron, and that Rick sketch. The Canadian question, the $25 at Haven Comics, that went to Alan Breedlove. That Harley Quinn variant right there, Zach Bringman. The Supreme Power trade paperback, that went to Alan Breedlove. The My Little Pony art in the center there, that went to Aaron. The Red Sonja cover, that went to Zachary Jordan. And the Return of Superman, that went to Aaron. So
I got 4 of them right.
You did good.
Sweet.
And you got let's count them up. Yeah. And you got the bonus question. And this is Snorlax, and he's letting you know you did great.
Thank you.
You did great.
This was super fun. I'm so glad I got the chance to do this.
Me too.
I'm very proud of
joining us, man.
Thanks.
Very proud of what you did.
Sorry if I spoiled WandaVision. That's just me. I did guess.
Hey, man.
I did guess White Vision. So like I think I have a little bit of a basis because these characters specifically are like my exact thing.
Yeah.
So I hope I didn't spoil it for you, but please.
No.
I did.
No. Hey, if I ever cosplay, because to this point in my life I haven't done it, I'm going as regular, just generic like suburban dad vision. That's gonna be me.
Not even Halloween basketball shorts vision.
No, like I'm talking about like
Mindstone.
Yeah, I'm talking about like
sweater vest.
Yeah, sweater vest, like from Visions, the comic, and then the sweater vest version. I'm just gonna merge them.
I love
I'm
your
just
sweater vest.
going in a sweater vest with the head down.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, that's better than I'm dressed as myself. You know, you can at least pull something there. That's
yeah, it's gonna be great.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us for this week's.
Wicked cool.
Next time, we appreciate it, and coming back for more because we have a great time every week. Thanks everybody.
You guys for
See you soon, guys.